Assalamu alaikum. Welcome, everyone. I am absolutely thrilled you're joining us today. We hear it all the time, right? Time is money, or time is a sword. We're all feeling that endless, exhausting hustle. But what if we completely flip the script? What if time isn't just some tool for rapid-fire production, but an actual divine trust with immense spiritual weight? Well, let's dive right in and see how this shift can totally transform how we view our days and, honestly, our entire lives.
So, as we go through this explainer together, we've mapped out 5 vital stations. We'll start with time as a trust, uncover the secret of barakah, or blessing, compare mechanical versus balanced time, look at some real strategies to protect our focus, and finally, we'll see how to structure our day around the 5 daily prayers.
All right, stepping into our first station, the idea that time is a trust, not just money. And right off the bat, it's fascinating to see how the Qur'an explicitly emphasizes this. If you look through the Qur'an, God swears by units of time over and over again, like by the dawn, by the morning light, by the passage of time. It's this severe, striking warning about the incredible value of our moments. And this brilliantly echoes the Prophet Muhammad's famous advice: take advantage of 5 before 5. Notice how 3 of these, your youth, your free time, and your life, are directly, intimately tied to time. Youth and free time especially, they're like sand slipping through our fingers. If we aren't intentional, they're just gone in a second.
So, how did the early generation actually feel this value? Well, look at this profound quote from Abdullah bin Masud. He said, "I have never regretted anything as much as my regret over a day on which the sun set, my life decreased, and my good deeds did not increase." Man, that hits home today, doesn't it? How often do we finish a ridiculously busy day, hit the pillow, and feel like we accomplished absolutely nothing of true, lasting value? For them, every single day was measured by the good deeds gained versus the time lost.
And because of that deep awareness, we arrive at this stunning reality. Out of the 5 inevitable questions we'll all face on Judgment Day, the very first 2 are strictly about our age and our youth. That proves, without a doubt, that time management isn't just some corporate skill to climb the ladder. It's literally a matter of ultimate salvation. We are going to be asked about every single minute.
Moving right along to our second station, what exactly was the secret of barakah, or divine blessing, that the early scholars tapped into?
Just think about this number for a second. 800. The scholar Ibn Aqil wrote a massive work consisting of 800 volumes. Seriously, 800 volumes. It's one of the largest books ever written by a single human being in history. This kind of unimaginable productivity is living proof of what's possible when our 24 hours are infused with pure focus and blessing. Obviously, their days weren't 30 hours long. The secret was channeling those 24 hours with laser-like focus and 0 distractions.
So what's holding us back today? Well, Imam Ibn al-Jawzi has this absolutely brilliant metaphor that honestly feels like it was written specifically for our modern world. He describes people wasting time as passengers on a ship, just joking and chatting away. Meanwhile, the ship is rocketing forward, and they're completely oblivious to how fast they're moving. I mean, isn't that the perfect description of endless doom scrolling on social media? We procrastinate on the things that actually matter, completely forgetting that the ship of our life is speeding up with no brakes.
And this is where Imam al-Ghazali gives us the magic key to the whole equation: niyyah, or sincere spiritual intention. Think of intention like a giant magnifying glass. It multiplies our everyday efforts and unlocks serious barakah in our time. When we make a conscious intention to learn, to work, to benefit others, and to please God, suddenly ordinary, repetitive tasks transform into heavily weighted acts of worship. A simple effort gets multiplied, making it feel like we're living lifetimes within a single lifetime.
This brings us to our third station, which is a major paradigm shift: the difference between mechanical time and balanced time. On one side, you have mechanical time. This is the whole time is money industrial mindset. It's an anxiety-inducing system that constantly pushes us to produce, like we're stuck in a race with no finish line. But on the flip side, you have balanced time, the Islamic concept of measure and proportion. Here, time is a sacred trust. It's measured by its spiritual quality and the intention behind it. This approach doesn't demand that we exhaust ourselves sprinting. Instead, it asks us to make every single step meaningful. And honestly, that brings such an incredible sense of inner peace.
Okay, so how do we actually do this? Let's step into our fourth station: highly practical strategies to protect our time and our focus. To apply this balance in real life, we can look at a centuries-old 3-step guide from Ibn al-Jawzi that's essentially the original digital detox. First up is isolation, which really just means culling unnecessary social interactions. Not every debate or hangout is worth your time. Second is physical moderation. Eating a bit less prevents that heavy lethargy and saves you from sleeping the day away. And third, which is so crucial today, pruning knowledge. Look, not every trending topic or internet drama deserves space in your brain. Aggressively filtering out useless information is your first line of defense for true focus. And we really need to remember that showing up on time isn't just about corporate etiquette. It's a deep, prophetic trust. Consistently breaking appointments or being late doesn't just inconvenience people, it's a breach of trust that eats away at our own spiritual integrity. Respecting other people's time is fundamentally about respecting ourselves and our faith. Now, let's head into our fifth and final station, organizing your day around the prayers as a spiritual timeline. Modern productivity experts love talking about time blocking, right? But the Islamic tradition actually gave us a perfectly integrated system centuries ago. Instead of awkwardly cramming our worship into a packed schedule, we completely flip it and make the 5 daily prayers the fixed anchors. Think of the prayers as natural restart buttons for your brain. Dawn to noon is for deep focus and pure mental clarity. Afternoon, you tackle routine tasks and meetings. As energy dips by mid-afternoon, you switch to lighter work. Sunset is entirely for family connection, and nightfall is for reflection, rest, and gearing up for a new day. It is just a flawless distribution of human energy. This beautifully highlights the Prophet's prayer, "O Allah, bless my nation in their early mornings." Those quiet hours right after dawn, known as the Bakor, are an absolute treasure chest of barakah. One of the biggest mistakes we make today is destroying that precious mental clarity by instantly grabbing our smartphones to check notifications. If we can just reserve that early time for deep work or reading the Qur'an, the blessing expands to cover the entire day. It's almost like time literally stretches out for us. I want to leave you with this one profound question. How will the tiny, seemingly insignificant choices you make with your hours today weigh in the eternal scales of judgment? Because it's these everyday moments, at work, with family, or even just alone scrolling on a screen, that ultimately shape our eternity. Let's start treating time as the incredibly precious, divine trust it really is, not just some mechanical clock ticking away. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.